I shall begin this video with perhaps one of the warmest, the most enthusiastic, the most firmest, gentle hello to everyone who decided today was a great day to come by and visit old Doug here and listen to this video. I certainly appreciate whatever support you are willing to give. And if you want to give some more, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, watch the video over and over. Get it going. Send it to someone you know, because I'm here to help everyone who's interested in becoming better traders, interested in making more money. And in this video, I will keep that promise to entertain, educate, and enlighten you on all things market related. Today, we're going to try to answer a very valuable, important, super question. Is the market done? Are we done selling? Is this the bottom? Are we ready to go higher? What is it? Or is it just a bounce? I'm going to talk about that. Before I start, though, don't forget, it's time for a quick shameless plug. If you need help, I want you to go to my website, tradewithdoug.com. Click on the private community tab, start trading with me right away. That would be cool. Now, if you are a lover of crypto, man, look at the moves on crypto today. Bitcoin, $3,400 up. Is Bitcoin making a low? Is it time for Bitcoin? We trade a lot of crypto in there with Sylvia Bellrock. We've worked together on this. It's free, the penny pound. We had a nice one, ATCS short today. Made some really good trades, both long and short in oil, MXCN, INDO. Can't think of who else it was. IMPP. Great times, and that's free. Yeah, that's free. You don't even have to pay anything for that. Just show up. I'd appreciate it. So let's talk about this market. Is this the bottom? Or are we just dealing with a panic rally? In the end, it's really hard to tell. All we really have as traders is our technical analysis. This is why I continue to pound the table about technicals. It's not the only way to do things, but to me, it's the realest of the real. It's actually what you're looking at. So in spite of a pandemic that's still lingering, despite a war, despite rising oil prices and other commodities, you saw an effective bounce today. Now, if you go back to 2018, which some of you will not, I don't expect you to, but there is a video that I did during the December meltdown saying from the biggest crashes come the biggest rallies. The rallies inside of bear markets can be bigger and more vicious than the biggest bull market rallies you've ever witnessed in your life. And I'm saying that to the newer traders. Those who've been around know this. They get very, very violent, and they get violent because the emotional level of all the participants are very high right now. We're going through uncertain times. We're dealing with bad headline after bad headline. You have an uncertain Fed. You have a war going over there. You're paying, 80 cents more a gallon for gas. There's not a lot of things to feel optimistic about. So people are looking for reasons to bail, to sell, to flip out. And they're touchy. And that's why you get these maddening ranges. And these maddening ranges can cause this market to move up 150 points in one day, sell off 200 points the next day, and we've seen that. This is why we want to look at the charts. Now, the beauty about charts is they continue to repeat themselves. If we go back and we look at this in February, actually late January, this little area right here, you guys can go back to these videos. I was telling you this ahead of time. I'm always here just sort of like a translator. I'm just translating the charts and speaking to you. Just like like I'm a Spanish translator or something. You say something, I say it back to you. I'm your personal market translator. That's what I am. The key here that you were looking at, if you can wipe out the noise for a second, pay attention to charts, the key was the 4,300 level. This was the level, yes, the market had traded. And again, when we talk about technical analysis, we're not talking about perfection here. We're just talking about zones. Yes, the market traded below that, but it was never able to close below that. Big difference. It kept fighting that off for about 4 to 5 days. Now, from that point, what that led you to believe was that maybe in the future we do go lower, which we did. But the next move in this sequence is up. That's where we're going next. And that's what we all want to be thinking about as short-term traders. Where do we go next? So maybe this market just totally crashes and goes to 3,500. That's not going to happen in one day. There's going to be massive bounces before it makes it there. Same way maybe it rallies to 5,000. There's going to be a lot of sell-offs before it gets up there. So you have to be prepared to play both of those sizes. So you should have been long. Now, once the bounce happened, that was it. It was never really able to build after the first 3 or 4 days, which led to another sell-off. Now, it wasn't until the second sell-off was it able to finally ditch that 4,300, which it really panicked out again. Now, when you look at the chart, it did the same thing 2 times in a row. You built that box over here where it started trading in these maddening ranges, not being able to close again under 4,300, really being very, very reluctant for that. And then finally it lost that 4,300, right? This 4,300 area, which caused, of course, this was based on some news as well that gave it a little nudge. But when you have news combined with a technical area, you're going to get some wild results. And look, the market drops, and it was dropping yesterday. So today you bounce. All you can really do today is look at this bounce and judge it for what it is. It was just a bounce, just a technical bounce. Now, maybe it manifests into something else, but that's all this is for right now. It's just a technical bounce. It just traded right into the lows from earlier February, bounced off of that. And what do you know? Where does this market go? You always hear me say there are no randoms in markets. Where did this market go, man? Where did it go today? Went up to 4,300. Got a whiff of that 4,300, that all-important 4,300. So as we move forward, you have to be paying attention to how does this market deal with 4,300. Will it be able to move back? Will it be able to press through that with authority, not just sit around there and haggle? Will it be able to? Only time will tell. Now we have some CPI coming up. I don't expect that to be good at all. Inflation's hella high. We know this, but remains to be seen. Let's look at 2 different possibilities, both up and down. If we go up, I think the best that we can, let's say, hope for, the best that we can think to get logically is somewhere in the 44s. Probably between this 200-day moving average, which is resistances from the 14th, from February 14th, Valentine's Day, and the resistance from the 28th, 228. So I would say that maybe you trade up here to possibly up here. Now again, when I talk about rallies, this rally right here that went for like 5 or 6 days, this was like 100 points total, maybe 150, right? From this breakout up to this point. It seemed like it was just grinding forever, and it was. Today was like 105 alone. So still from this movement, this is 43 to 40, that's another 100, 150 points just in a 2-day span versus an entire week. So I would say the best case that you can do is get somewhere up into here, and then you're probably going to end up getting rejected like this, and then we'll see if the market can build here and work its way back up, or if it actually comes back down and re-challenges. A lot can happen then. The other thing here when we talk about technicals is this. This is an opportunity, this big bar, with a very strong close today. It's an opportunity for this market to build. It's an opportunity for this market to take this and run with it, the bulls to run with it, so to speak. As in here, you had a very, very strong close, very strong day. The bulls continued to take control, ran it up the next day and even a third day. Here's what it looks like in the opposite direction, where you have a very, very strong close, but the bears immediately take control the following day, wiping out those gains. Now that's important to know, because by wiping out these gains so quickly, that led to a much deeper sell-off. So here is the deal, technically, which one of these two will probably play out. If you're able to hold above 4,300 and this is able to build, chances are we can move up here to the 44s or somewhere in between this space on a 2 to 3 day rally. Maybe we finish the week like that. If this market gives back all of this tomorrow, or a good chunk of this tomorrow, chances increase that we move below the 41s and start testing some deeper numbers, and we're in for a much longer, much deeper, more aggressive sell-off. You're going to see a lot of charts that look like that today. So my advice here Everybody has a different path. Just sharing with you what I've got. You have to be cautious about chasing into heat like this. If the market goes tomorrow, there's a chance it goes higher, but you're going to have to see a couple pullbacks in today to test those levels to give us what we need to see. Anything that just drops too far, gives up 3/4 of this, or ends up at 4,200, somewhere like that by the open, probably not a very good sign. It's going to be very difficult for that market not to trade lower down towards the 4,000s, and maybe we see that prior to CPI. So anyway, guys, hope this made some sense to you. Remember, all the answers and all the information and all the clues and all the stuff that you ever need, never have to ask anyone, never have to read any news, it's all in the chart. If you're willing to just look at it for what it truly is and what it possesses, and that all known relevant information is right there, it will answer your questions. Sometimes you need a little bit more data, a couple of days to go by to get that answer, and that's okay. That's all about being patient. When you see something like this, yes, the potential is there, but we don't want to be overzealous about it. We don't want to jump the gun about it, because the pullback on something like this could be enormous. We're dealing with such big ranges. Got to pick your spots. Yeah. So anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching this video. Take care. Thank you very much for your support. I like it a lot. And I'll talk to you very soon. Cheers.